Hi, Danny. Hi, Ethan. How's it going? Uh, I'm not so good. I literally fell over like twice, but it's fine. we literally fell over. It's fine. Um, I caught myself on the table next to me. Sometimes you just gotta have a laugh. You can't do everything right, you know. Testing out a new angle though. That's fun. Oh, yeah, I'm testing out a new camera angle. Oh, you know what? I was gonna do a thing at the end where you know what? We missed the thing at the end. We gotta go back. Here, hold on. Let me catch my breath. I was gonna do a thing where I was like, I was gonna do a thing where I would kick the camera. So I was gonna go like this or something at the end. Yeah. But I decided against it. Can you do the full splits? Not yet. I don't think. I don't think I can yet. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know if the camera angle is positioned in a way where you can see. Oh, my ass is touching the floor. That's a really good sign. Wait, I think I'm doing it. Wait, what if I do no hands? Oh, shit. I can do the splits. Wow, I'm kind of leaning over to one side, but that doesn't matter. Well, it probably does matter. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wait, can I do it on the other side? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. No, not quite. I can't quite do it on the other side, but I can do it on the right side, which is fun. Yeah. I do want to become a yoga instructor at one point, so I can learn how to make up poses. But yeah, let me find my music. Turn it down. We'll just put on old reliable. But I think the new camera angle is fun. Change camera angle. Yeah, well, sorry. Sorry if you couldn't see. It is what it is. I spent like 30 minutes setting up that camera, so. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a good, was it Wednesday? A good Wednesday. We're here. We're streaming. I fear that my shadow self is taking over. Yeah. Oh, so let's change categories because we're actually reading today. We're not doing an exercise stream, despite what the title may tell you. I just didn't want the reading and writing people to get mad at me for doing yoga. Okay. I think better camera angle last stream. I think better camera angle this stream. But thanks for your opinion. I like changing up. I like doing different stuff. And it's kind of fun. So today we're going to continue reading the Kama Sutra. Chapter 2, Creating Confidence in the Girl. Now this is something I'm really interested in. I'm very interested in learning about what it is. You practice splits how many years? 6 months. Yeah. I've been doing yoga for 3 years, but I've only been like trying to practice the splits for 6 months. But I think that like you build a certain amount of flexibility after a certain number of years, so that probably fed into it. Yeah. I got my soda pop. Okay, I'm gonna take my camera down, or I'm gonna turn off my phone so it doesn't run down my battery. But we have that camera angle for future utilization if we end up getting to that point. I removed the tag for sexual content because we're done reading that in the Kama Sutra. Now it's just going to be about other things, which are very important, by the way. Okay, let me change my audio. Hold on. There we go. You know, I'm not married to this music. Oh, I want to go back to the She Smoked the Forest. We'll do that music instead. Yeah. Gotta make sure it's not too loud. You can do it almost, but still more training. Yeah, you just gotta practice. Oh no. Refly found a stinkhorn. Shit. Stinkhorns look really cool. Well, they actually look disgusting, but cool at the same time. Very, very phallic structure, I will say. Here, let me show you. Yeah, this one. This is a stinkhorn. I like the bridal veil one. I think that this one's really cool. There's a bunch of different types of stinkhorns though. And I guess they smell bad. That's where the name comes from. And it attracts flies. So it's really disgusting. Where's the new angle? Refly, you missed the first 10 minutes of my stream. I was doing yoga at the new angle. Here, I'll show you. Hi, Larry. How's it going, Larry? Here, I'll show you. Ah, dang it, I gotta unlock my phone. Fuck. Hold on. Here. This was the new angle. It received mixed reviews. Yeah. I was doing yoga at this angle. And I was going like this. Yeah! Yeah! I like it. I think it's fun. Anyway, mods, switch the mobile camera with the new angle. It's going alright, what about you? I'm doing well, I think. Suspiciously well. We'll see how long that lasts. We'll see how long that lasts for. Oh god. I'm taking iron supplements, and if you've ever done that before, you would know that it leaves a really bad taste in your mouth. And I'm drinking soda, and every time I burp, I have a fucking iron burp. Disgusting. Disgusting. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well on this. Yeah. Hopefully it's everlasting. So Rusty Farm. Perhaps. Yeah. No, usually it just is with the burps. Don't wear them. Oh my gosh. Ew. Nasty. So we're reading the Kama Sutra again today, because I didn't plan anything else. The most exciting thing today was the foraging is working. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoy your chaga mushroom. Mods, switch the underwear camera. No. Are there women who... Oh, actually, I know the answer to that. Yeah, there are women who film in their underwear. I'm not there yet. The furthest I will go is showing my feet to the camera. And doing this angle. Which feels a lot more intense than my other yoga angle. That's why it excites me. you gotta do things that make you excited, you know what I mean? Life is boring sometimes. I get bored real easily, if you haven't noticed. Do you guys get bored easily? You guys get bored with just, like, life? Yeah, I went out with some friends last night, which was fun. But I noticed that, like, well, I'm always complaining about my friends on here, which I shouldn't do. I'm not complaining about my friends. I'm just saying, like, people that I meet in real life, it seems like they have to self-medicate before even spending time with me, which kind of sucks. Like, I met up with my friend and she had 3 cocktails before we even went out, and she was, like, wasted the entire time that we were going out. And it's like, okay, I want to have a conversation. I guess that's not in the cards. Hi, Luther. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Luther, I hope you're having a good day. A good Wednesday. Reflex said that's not medication. Yeah, the wording I used was perhaps I should use the word self-annihilation. The other friend who I met up with, he was the guy that drunk texted me the other day. He was like looking forward to seeing me. He was like texting me every day. He was like, I want to see you. I want to hang out with you. I want to see you. And so we hung out, and like, I realize now that the reasons why he's friends with my friend is so that he has someone who he can just drink with. You guys know people like that, where it's like you have somebody who you know will always drink more than you and will always like take it further than you. And so when you want to be bad, you know, when you want to be bad, you hang out with them. And I realize that's what he's doing with my best friend. And I wish she would take care of herself. I really do. I hate to see it. I hate to see when I have never, like, I don't think I've ever genuinely had a conversation with her while she's sober. The entire 3 years, four years that I've known her, she's not been sober one time. Luther said, had a decent day. My mood was completely sour because I got into an argument with my sister. Oh shit, I'm sorry. What'd you guys argue? Well, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can say what happened. And we can unpack it. You seem like you'd be fun to hang out with while drunk. I mean, not gonna lie, I think I am. But mostly because when I'm with other people, I can control myself. I don't drink that much. The times where I drink too much are actually usually when I'm by myself. Yeah. And I get really impatient and I'm like, let's just drink this as fast as possible because I want to feel good as fast as possible. And that's not good. Bad starts playing by Michael Jackson. Yeah. But like so he's Muslim, right? And I don't know how Muslims feel about drinking, but I know that he doesn't like normally drink or smoke weed, but he was like wanting to smoke weed and wanting to go out in the forest and like drink 2 bottles of wine and like smoke cigarettes. And you know, like it's just, why do people have to self-annihilate like this? I just, I like having a good time. Don't get me wrong. Drinking is haram. Hi, Eris. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, he was also eating beef. He was like, well, yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's halal. I'm just gonna eat whatever. Again, he wants to be bad. He wants to be bad. The topic of today, philosophically, because we've got our philosophers here, which is very important. You guys, if you're interested in philosophy, you should check out Aristotle. Seriously. He's on a break right now, but his stream is really fun. Okay, the topic of today is about our shadow self. And if we suppress all of our desires, will they come out in ways that aren't healthy for us? That's the topic. So I think that, here's my theory, is that he suppresses his desires constantly, all the time. Like, he says, no, I can't do that, that's wrong. And it's just this constant, like, bad, feeling bad. And then he'll get to a point where he'll be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be bad. I'm just gonna do everything. And so he, like, goes to strip clubs with my friend and, like, gets a lap dance and whatnot. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, that's bad, whatever. I just, I wish people didn't have to live that way, I guess. Like, I feel like we can just integrate some of these things. As long as we're not harming anybody, as long as the boundaries of our relationships are understood and we don't cross those, why do we have to hold ourselves in these prisons of repression? I don't know. Larry says, I wonder what these drinks taste like. She made some cocktails. I did taste the cocktail and it was very strong. It was very, very strong. I was driving, so I only had one drink, and you shouldn't have any. You shouldn't have any. I know that, but I did have, like, a little sip, not much. But I did want to be careful. Reflex said, you need to show me drug test results before every meetup. No, and I'm not, like, judging her in that way. I hate to see people not take care of themselves, you know? Because it was a nightmare. It was actually a nightmare. Like, I'm talking just vomiting all the things that are inside of her and that she needs to unpack and deal with. And it's, like, constantly in my ear. Like, it's just like being with her is like, woo all the fucking time. And it's like, okay, we can have 10 seconds where you don't say anything. Can we, I was testing myself. I was driving. I was like, okay, let's see. Let's count how many seconds of silence there are. And there was not more than 5 seconds of silence. And that's what gauges. I realize that I'm doing that right now with my stream. Okay, I get it. All right, I'm a yapper. I know. But when I'm with, like, regular people, fuck. When I'm with people in real life, that's what I meant. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean that. When I'm with people in real life, I don't talk this much. I don't talk this much at all. Okay, anyway. I would only have sober conversations with you, IRL. Well, that's good, because you've only ever had sober conversations with me. Let's see. Luther says, I was just clearing the table after dinner, just talking about random things, and she started spouting infuriating transphobic bullshit. Oh man. That sucks. Just, like, out of nowhere, she just, Suppressing your desires constantly is kind of fruitless, honestly, but having some impulse control is good. Yeah, so 2 different sides, right? I think it's interesting. There were, like, 2 different things present. Someone who has absolutely 0 impulse control, and someone who has too much. And both of those things are not good. Luther says, I think we're all here for the yap, to be honest. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm trying to find a balance between, like, yapping too much and, you know, digital extrovert. Yeah, that's me. Men crave the yap. Tell me what you need and I'll give it to you. Please tell me. I live to serve. I live to serve all your desires. I love feeling useful. The times that I have the shittiest streams are when I feel like I'm wasting everybody's time. So, okay. I'm glad you enjoy it. I don't know if you'd like this type of yapping though. The one my friend was doing. It was like very loud and directly in my ear and like yelling, screaming for hours and hours and hours. And there was no room for me or anyone in the conversation. I'm happy to be there for people. I am. I'm happy to be there for people if they need me. But you guys, I've spent too much time around people this past couple weeks that require all of the space. Have you guys ever been around somebody like that where it's like they just require so much space? And in fact, usually all of it. And they don't ask you any questions. They'll just talk and talk and talk. And you know that they need it. Again, I know it sounds like I'm talking about myself, okay? God. Should we just read? Let's read. Well, you guys provide that for me, so I don't provide that to anybody else. So thank you for that. I'm able to be the receiver of all the drunken, loud yapping from other people, because I'm allowed to yap without abandon right here. Luther says, that doesn't sound like you though. Yeah, well, when I'm drunk, I'm not like that. I don't yell and yap. Actually, I tend to like stop talking. I tend to stop talking. And especially when I do a mushroom trip, I stop talking. Do you know any yoga pose example? One leg up is yoga pose? Wait, what? What do you mean do I know any yoga pose? Reflex says, well done, who retained the iron supplements. It made us unlock soda, Marissa. Yeah, it's soda, Marissa. You guys, I read recently, okay, PSA, be careful of how many B vitamins you are ingesting. Apparently, you can ingest too many vitamin B6. And that's not good for you. And if you take electrolytes. Alright, whatever, leave me alone, Reflex. I'm trying to educate you guys. The you know, like liquid IV and electrolyte beverages, they have a lot of B vitamins, vitamin B, like B6, B12, etc. No, not from literal bees. Hopefully not extracted from literal bees. No, that'd be terrible. I like bees. Yeah. There was like a woman who was, she like went to the hospital because she had too many vitamin B in her system. And electrolyte imbalance. B stands for balls. I don't know what, I think that most B vitamins can come from, well, they come from all sorts of different foods. But I know that like animal products and meat has a lot of B vitamins. And so like vegans, usually if you have like plant-based foods, they'll have B vitamins supplemented in because vegans and vegetarians don't get enough. Do you know what? Oh, okay. So Ethan asked, do you know one leg up pose? Let me see. Oh, yeah, kinda. Yeah, but not to this extent. Not like this. I can just kind of hold it out like this one. Here, we'll do it together. Let's do it together with our new camera angle. In fact, I was gonna do that during my yoga sequence, but I got too overwhelmed because I knew people were watching. I'm like, I'm gonna do a really cool yoga sequence, and then it all goes out the window when I hit start streaming. Okay, where's my... this one. Okay, this one. Hold on, I need to configure my camera. Okay. Alright. So, I can kind of do that pose, kind of, not really. Yay! I have to be looking at the floor so I don't lose my balance. But eventually I'm just grabbing my toe. And actually, maybe I should grab the outside of my foot so I can pull it more towards me. Oh no, I'm falling over. Okay. No, I'm falling over. Okay. Gotta reset. Ah, fuck. Okay, gotta reset. Alright. Now. Yeah. I don't know how to press it more towards me. Okay. Here's the other leg. Oh, we're feeling shaky. I had a workout this morning, so we're a little bit tired. Okay, ready? Yeah! Anyway. Cinema. Cinema. One thing Twitch I really like. Oh yeah, when the chat asks a question followed by the streamer saying, hold on. I'm glad that I could provide that for you. Yeah, sure. That's very nice of you, Ethan. I don't think I'm that good. I want to get at the point where you can, like this lady. That's some craziness right there. I don't even know. Does she dislocate her hip for that? Luther says, honestly, I just leave when you do yoga at the beginning of the stream. It feels less weird when you're talking through it. Oh, it's weird? Oh, shit. Okay. Wait, why is it weird? Okay. Maybe I won't do it anymore then. I have fun. It's like something to do while the ads are running. But, yeah. Maybe that's why nobody watches it. I can't bend my neck back too much because I pulled something, I think. Yeah, well, I guess it's not for everybody, you know. So, yeah, that's totally fine. I know that there's like yoga streamers on Twitch who it's very obvious why they're doing yoga, right? Like the way they look at the camera. I considered doing that, but then I was like, I don't know if that's the energy I want to give off. Eris said, what happened to... Fuck. Wait, why are you gonna pull that out right now? It's okay. Refly wanted to ask the same question. Well, let's see. Well, I'm in the process of writing a book about him. Yes, so that's happening. I'm in need of new material, and unfortunately on Sunday I did not receive new material. I did have a conversation with him today, actually. Thrilling. Absolutely thrilling. He texts like my dad. Which kind of bothers me. Like, let me grab my phone, okay? Let me get my phone. I just, like... It makes me even more upset. It's like the one-word answers, you know? I'll ask him a question, and then he'll just one word. Or, like, K. Or, like, nice. I sent him a picture of the DSM-5 of somebody bumming a cigarette off the DSM-5, and all he responds with is nice. I'm like, oh, come on, it's funny. But yeah, he's the type of person that I think prefers to call people, but please do not call me nice. No, don't do that. No, it actually makes me so upset, because like I'll send this whole paragraph and then one word. He's got me by the balls. Everything is our own self-generated suffering. we generate all of our suffering. And it's funny, the more I tell him my dilemma, the more I like it's manifesting further. So like that time that I told him, please release your hold on me. Please release me. That just made it worse. Mercy, you can't save him. Yeah, you're probably right. I want to. It's a challenge. It's like the ultimate challenge, right? Because, let's see. Well, first of all, like when I say I want to bring him to his knees, it represents, see, my mind has formed this big narrative around this person and been like, okay, everything that's wrong with misogynistic white men, okay, I'm putting it onto him. And so I need to gain power over him. And therefore that helps me understand this terrible, terrible world. Also, there's nothing hidden deeper in him. He's just an average guy. Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. No, I know that I'm delusional. It's just fun. I can't describe it to you. It's like, it's really, really fun. It really gets me high in a way that I've never felt before, if that makes sense. And I'm just trying to understand why and how one person can do that. Like where I'll just go days without sleeping, I can't eat. I'll have these these extremely vivid dreams about this person. It's crazy. I think a lot of women who are my friends are drawn to men on those two grounds. Time to take notes. How to draw the attention of a woman. Yeah, I think we mentioned this before, but passion is, did I arrive at a bad time? No, Ivan, you're here at the right time, my friend. Passion is a very confusing emotion. Oh boy. Because you can really, really quickly go from hate to something else, right? So if you really, really, really hate a person, you're like, oh, I hate him. His even when he opens his mouth, it bothers me so much, and it just riles me up, and it makes me cringe. When you get to that point with someone, all it takes is one little thing to switch you over to a different type of emotion that's more positive. Send some of that homemade paper. Okay. Wait, where's my paper? Oh, it's over there. I've been adding to my stack. I'll show you. Here's my big stack. Yeah, so anyway, as I always say, as a reminder, first of all, do not try this at home. Okay? Don't try this at home. Not that I know what I'm doing, But I do know myself, and I do know that I won't do anything. I won't cross any lines. We'll say that. I'm pretty good at keeping everything in here where it's safe. But yeah. Let me see if did I miss anybody's comments? Luther said we'd be missing out on a lot if it was just titillating yoga. Yeah, different strokes for different folks. Honestly, to me, like, whatever it is that gets people to pay attention to me, I'm happy for that. Whatever gets people, interesting people to come and spend time with me, I'm delighted. I'm delighted to have you here. I'm quite lonely. Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow. Wow, that's special. Older means wiser. Yeah. Typically. Sorry, I'm cutting off. There's like a little string on my fan that I'm trying to cut off. Hello, Manuel. How are you doing? Welcome. We're talking about our shadow self. We're also going to be reading this Kama Sutra in a bit. But we're talking about how repressing desire. Oh, I'm sorry, Luther, your stream crash. If you repress desire, it will come out even stronger later, and sometimes when you can't control it. So you need to find a good balance between fulfilling your desires without being too impulsive. You don't want to go too far. And I wonder if the way to do this is to just surround yourself with a variety of different people. Classic Freud. Oh yeah? What makes you say that? I'm not too familiar with Freud, but I bet you're right. Do you mean my attraction to an older man? Yeah, you're probably right. It's not, okay. Here's the thing that nobody understands, is that I'm not attracted to him. I don't want to have sex with him. I just want him to like me. I can't tilt my neck back too far because it hurts. But the soda's not coming out. Okay, wait. Okay, there. Oh wait, sorry, you're out of credits. No, reply. Let's get into that feeling of cringe when a word comes out of his mouth, shall we? Well, I thought that he represented my shadow self, as we said before. He represented all the parts of myself that I keep hidden deep down. No, it has nothing to do with that. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. The reality is, if we could just boil it down to one very simple idea, the simple idea is, I am very bored and I am very lonely. And that's the explanation. And so therefore, what do? I create these imaginary scenarios with people that get me just so excited. Yeah, it fuels me. It fuels my creative passions. Like, it gets me writing, it gets me introspecting about myself, and it gets me thinking about like the nature of humans. And like, yeah. Manuel says it's simply the idea that the repression of our desires is the origin of our neuroses. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, I think that's true. I mean, I definitely don't agree with everything that Freud was about, but that particular idea, I think, is true. At least anecdotally. Have you created imaginary scenarios about us? No, not really. I'm trying to think. I think I only do that with people, Ivan. If it were to be somebody, it would probably be another streamer. Because typically it's about power. And I view other streamers as having some sort of power that I want to gain. And so it would be like, how do I have a conversation with this person to get them to come over here on my side and give me some of their power? Let me have it. I want some of your power. Hi, Chozo. I hope you're doing well, Chozo. That's a cute little bear emoji. But yeah. I like being honest about everything that's on my mind when it's on my mind. So Ivan and Eris keep an eye. No, that's faded. That's faded away. Maybe like when I first met them, probably. It was probably that way. But not anymore. Because I've kind of given up on the idea of gaining power in terms of streaming. I've lost interest in the numbers, in the, like, I don't know. I'm just here now to talk to people, to have interesting conversations, and I do genuinely mean that. I'm not just saying that performatively. And yeah. Oh, I hope you enjoy your bruschetta. Ooh, yummy. 10th level lawful good streamer. Is that what Ivan is? Level 10. Black belt. Wait, Ivan is actually a black belt, though. I think. Here's the truth. The numbers didn't even matter from the start. That's true. Although, the reality is that I feel like most people start streaming with those in mind. Or we start most things with, like, most hobbies, most jobs, with the numbers in mind, with the, like, how will this serve me in mind? I did also have an idea of, like, how can this help others? I had both. I had, like, how can this serve me? How can this serve others? But now I'm kind of shifting to, like, okay, how can this help others? And if it can't help others, then I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish my book or even read. Oh, I was going to tell you about the new book I got. Oh, you guys. The new book I got, it's called Wife-Shaped Bodies. Yo, this book was made for me. It's about, I'm not too far into it, but it's about mushrooms and women. And, hold on, let me find it. So it's basically about an isolated newlywed covered in mushroom growths, like all the other wives in her community, strikes a precarious balance between following her husband's strict rules and pursuing an intense connection with a woman who makes her question everything. This book was written for me. Oh my god, it's fantastic. It's kind of like a body horror. It's very body horror, very grotesque. The descriptions of, like, you know, shaving off the growths that are coming out of her skin and out of her body. It's very vivid and lush. I will say so far, it's a bit difficult to understand, like, what is happening. There's a little bit of shakiness. Like, the priority is definitely on the descriptions of the settings and the descriptions of the appearance of the characters. Which that's what that other author prefers. It is giving me some inspiration, though, because with my book that I'm writing, it's almost 100% focused on just the dialogue. So I need to add some more elements of setting, of descriptions of things, rather than just getting right to the meat of the, like, what is being said and why. Oh my gosh, 100 free credits for free? Thank you. I don't want to bend my neck. Okay, what if I just lean back? Okay, got it. This book is what happened when Laura Greenhill repressed her desires. Yeah. Well, you know what's cool is that she actually lives in Portland, Oregon, which is where I want to move to. She has a husband. She's got 3 kids, I think. But the book is about sapphic love. I think sapphic means lesbian. Anyway, lesbian love, I think. So that's going to be very exciting and interesting. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. I worked yesterday as well. Let me think. What did we do at work that was notable? I like working. I like seeing the students. I like, there's one student, she's from the Congo, and she shows up every day in, like, her best outfit. It's like, yesterday she was wearing sparkly pants. It was fantastic. One time she wore, like, an entire Louis Vuitton bodysuit. Not bodysuit, but jumpsuit. It's like, damn, girl. She came to English class just looking her best. And that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, should we read? Luther said sapphic most definitely means lesbian. Okay, thanks for clarifying. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. So we're reading the Kama Sutra chapter 2, creating confidence in the girl. Which I think is important. Look up las. Okay, I'll look it up right now. What is this? Oh, so much French words. I can't read. It's a French slang word which means clothes, which means dressed up. Oh, I see. So that student was dressed up. Yeah, nice. Oh, that men in Congo going in debt to look fancy. Luther said, named after a Greek poet called Sappho of Lesbos. Lesbos is an island in Greece whose residents are also called lesbians. And do they happen to also be real lesbians? That's interesting. Who else in history was lesbians? My husband was telling me about this, but I forgot. It was, no, not the Spartans. The women, the strong women. Who were also lesbians? I don't know. I don't remember the history. You tell me something in history and it comes in one ear. The Amazons, oh my god, thank you. Thank you, you guys. This is why I have you here. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. I have a incapability of remembering facts and history. My husband will tell me and it'll come in one ear and it'll just immediately go out the other ear. I've seen Wonder Woman, so I know all about this. Oh yeah, that's what she is based on. Right. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, like, lesbianism and being gay is definitely not new. Refly asked, is that island still there? Wait, you want to go there? Okay, you guys, how do we create confidence in a girl? Let's read. For the first 3 days after marriage, the girl and her husband should sleep on the floor. abstain from sexual pleasures, and eat their food without seasoning it, either with alkali or salt. Wait, you season with alkali? What the fuck? Isn't that basic? You season with a basic seasoning? You season with hydroxide. Anyway. For the next 7 days, they should bathe amidst the sounds of auspicious musical instruments, should decorate themselves, dine together, and pay attention to their relations, as well as to those who may have come to witness their marriage. This is applicable to persons of all castes. On the night of the 10th day, the man should begin in a lonely place with soft words, and thus create confidence in the girl. Some authors say that for the purpose of winning her over, he should not... Oh, because they get married without knowing each other. He should not speak to her for 3 days. But the followers of Babhravya are of opinion that if the man does not speak to her for 3 days, the girl may be discouraged by seeing him spiritless like a pillar, and becoming dejected, she may begin to despise him as a eunuch. Luther says, nah, the women aren't all woman lovers, just the origin of the word lesbian and sapphic. Oh, okay. Oh, disappointing. That's cool, though. Not speak for 3 days? What if you accidentally let one rip? You don't say sorry then? Yeah, that's a good point. I do feel bad because yesterday my friend burped and I said, excuse you. Because I say that to my husband when... Well, we have this thing where, like, whenever somebody burps or whenever somebody farts, we just say, excuse you. And so she did it, and I said, excuse you, and I think I embarrassed her. Whoops. Yeah. Don't do that to your friends. Where did I missed? Let's see. Women being of a tender nature want tender beginnings, and when they are forcibly approached by men with whom they are slightly acquainted, they sometimes suddenly become haters of sexual connection, and sometimes even haters of male sex. The man should therefore approach the girl according to her liking, and should make use of those devices by which he may be able to establish himself more and more into her confidence. These devices are as follows. He should embrace her first of all in a way she likes most, because it does not last for a long time. He should embrace her with the upper part of his body, because that is easier and simpler. If a girl is grown up, or if the man has known her for some time, he may embrace her by the light of a lamp. But if he is not well acquainted with her, or if she is a young girl, he should then embrace her in darkness. Imagine getting married with somebody you've never seen before, and you're unable to apologize when you let one rip. Yeah, that would suck. The thing is, though, is that I am remarkably good at holding it in. Like, that wouldn't happen with me. Well, first of all, women don't fart. I thought you knew that. And second of all, even if I did, I wouldn't let it out. Because I really think about this and try and... It would be more... I would first injure myself, then have a social faux pas happen. We'll just put it that way. But you know that after a date, have you guys ever done this? Where it's like right after a date and you get in the car and you finally have the freedom. That's quite nice. Guess we found the cause of the tonsil stones. Oh god. Bodies are gross. I say this every stream. Bodies are gross. I don't know what to tell you. Humans are gross. Okay. When the girl accepts the embrace, the man should put a tambula, or a screw of a betel nut and betel leaves in her mouth. No, those will turn her teeth black. If you chew betel nuts, those will make your teeth black. Some cultures, I think, like that, especially Japanese culture, like the geishas. Having black teeth was ideal, but I don't know. It's like our bodies are just a bag of all kinds of juices. Yeah, they kind of are. All it takes is just to watch like a horror movie or something, and you remember, oh, wow. Or reading that book. The book I'm reading is very descriptive of how many things can occur within your body. I'm better at reading about it. I'm not usually really good with seeing it happen. Like, I couldn't watch The Substance because I knew that was really gory and gross. Okay, there's going to be an ad in about 15 seconds, so let's take a break because I really have to pee and get more teeth. I need to stay hydrated. I don't know what I was going to say. Actually, I knew what I was going to say. I'm really glad that I didn't say it. Okay, bye. I'll be back in 3 minutes. All right, welcome back. Okay. I don't know why, but I just got this really unsettling feeling. I'm sure it'll pass. Okay, question of the day. I didn't word that correctly, but you know what? It is what it is. My question of the day is, do you have any desires that you are currently repressing? And nobody has to, we don't have to be specific, all right? I know that most people don't like sharing as much as I do. I genuinely don't care if people know every single detail about me. Because I don't have a backbone. And because there's likely to be no consequences. Actually, that's the reason why. There's likely to be no consequences. Anyways, yeah. So for me, my example is, well, we already went into that. Desires. I'm not sure if I'm repressing them or if I'm acting on them. No backbone, that's why your neck is hurting. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why. There's a little bit left in the bottom. Okay. Okay, sometimes it works if I hold the back of my head. Yeah, okay. I let go too quickly, so I don't know what I did. I think I like slipped on it weird. Glass is greater than can. Oh yeah. I suppose. Do you think the taste is better or what? I can't tell the difference between the taste. But you know what is I should spend less money on sparkling beverages. Okay, yeah, the feeling's back. You guys, the feeling is back. The feeling is back. The feeling has come back. It's not gonna leave. It's gonna be with me the whole stream. Oh no. It's fine. Should we keep reading? Let's keep reading. Good thing I gave you the free 100 credits. yeah. I haven't asked what feeling. The feeling that there will be consequences for my actions. I love to do this thing where I like say whatever I want, but then people end up not liking that. Because of course they wouldn't. And so I have to be okay with saying whatever I want and being okay with all the consequences. And I'm just not there yet. I'm okay with saying whatever I want. But when the consequences start to happen, then yeah, that kind of weighs on me. Like, oh, all right, I've said things that have really upset people. Oh no. Say whatever you want, that's why we're here. Yeah. Some people don't leave, which is nice. It's very nice of you. Those are the type of people you do want to keep around. Is like, with my current friends, I keep around people who I feel like I could say anything to them and they won't leave. If I say something that's like, I did something morally wrong, then they'll say, wow, you really shouldn't have done that. They'll like chastise me for it. But I don't think I'm capable of doing anything that would like end my relationship with that person. But I do say things that probably I shouldn't. So anyway, that's why I really like my best friend, because like I told her everything. I tell her everything about what's going on in my mind, what I'm feeling, and she doesn't judge me at all, and I do the same for her. I mean, I know it sounds like I judge her, but like I really don't. I bring it up on stream because I know that nobody here actually knows her, and they never will. And I like unpacking certain conversations. But ultimately, like, I don't think I'm any better than her. And hopefully she doesn't think that she's any better than me. It's rare. Have you guys felt that way? It's rare to find somebody who genuinely does not think they're better than you. Is the stream buffering? Oh no. No! I don't know why it would be. It looks okay on my end. We don't leave when you try to defend theism. Yeah. Oh, it's good here? Okay, good. That's good. Anyway. I'm trying to find more people like that. It's just hard. You guys, I'm so lonely, if I'm to be honest with you. I'm really lonely. I'm not saying that for attention. I'm just saying it. Like, I don't have enough intimacy and connection in my life. And I want more. I don't know how to get that. I don't know what's the right way to find that. I'm trying. I feel like I'm trying to like pour things into my friendships and my relationships. But it's really hard to find somebody like that who's just willing to be as open with you as you are with them. You know? Yeah, Luther can relate. Yeah. Or just somebody who, it doesn't even have to be open, like somebody who understands you. You know, like somebody who gets who you are and sees you as a whole person and not just one side of you. Like not just one of your flaws, or not just like what I can do for you. So many people see me that way. It's like what I can do for them. Looks like it's time for you to go to a restaurant. Oh, brother. Hope she likes Burger King. Sure, I'll come to Burger King with you. Don't worry. Genuinely, you have nothing to worry about. Because, Ivan, I don't hate you. I like you! So you have nothing to worry about. It's only the people that I hate that I will go absolutely off the rails for. I was trying to make a point. I'm sorry, Ivan. Oh, God. Here comes that feeling again. Like, wow, you just said things. I like Ivan. I really like Ivan. I don't know how to express that in the way that's appropriate. You know what? If I watch Star Trek, that will be the ultimate sign. I've been thinking about it. It's going to happen very soon. And I'm not going to do it I'm going to do it because I want to. Reflex said, what you're describing are black and white thinkers, aspects of narcissists. So what you're saying is that like almost everyone's a narcissist. Because I get
What's up,
like
Beijing?
What's up, Beijing? Hi, Dom. What's up? I hope you're doing well, Dom. I feel like real, genuine narcissists are few, and it wouldn't be likely that I would meet a lot of them. The original Twilight Zone series and Star Trek Next Generation, your life will improve a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do both of those things to prove that I like you. Yeah. Anyways, did I miss anybody's comments? Okay. Okay, all right. Where are we gonna take the stream now? Where are we gonna take the stream? What direction are we gonna go in? Real Ivan fans watch all his Star Trek to get all his jokes. I know, that's what I've been saying, Dom. I feel like I can't be a real Ivan fan if I don't watch Star Trek. Anyways. Yeah. I like you guys. I like the community that comes here. I might even say that, oh no, well, we won't. I like you guys. But there's also a limit between, like, how much you can like an online person and how much you can like a person who you can see all their, like, in their reactions in real time. I don't hate you guys. I need to just stop talking. Okay, we're gonna read because like the things that are coming out of my mouth are not what I'm actually wanting to say. I don't know how to see. Here's the thing. I ask all the time. I'm like, why don't I have good relationships with people? Why don't I? And then here we are, where basic communication is something I can't even do. Anyways, he should induce her to do so by consolatory words, entreaties, oaths, and kneeling at her feet. Oh. For it is a universal rule that however bashful or angry a woman may be, she never disregards a man kneeling at her feet. Oh my god, I was gonna fall on my chair. Wow. Should we read that again? The man should put a tambula or screw of a betel nut in her mouth, and if she will not take it, he should induce her to do so by the consolatory words, entreaties, oaths, and kneeling at her feet. For it is a universal rule that however bashful or angry a woman may be, she never disregards a man kneeling at her feet. And that's true. And that's correct. Yippee! She only goes to restaurants with people she hates. No. And I don't think I even hated him. Well, actually, that's true. I kind of did. There's only one person in my life I've ever hated. So. Oh, thank you for being here, Manuel. It was so nice to meet you. I hope you'll decide to stop by again. Sometimes we talk about philosophy in a genuinely straight, not a scatterbrained manner. Today is one of the days where we're just like all over the place. So, thanks for spending time here. You may fascinate her with a piece of cheese. Yeah. That works too. At the time of giving this tambula, he should kiss her mouth softly and gracefully without making any sound. When she is gained over in this respect, he should then make her talk, and so that she may be induced to talk, he should ask her questions about things of which he knows or pretends to know nothing, and which can be answered in a few words. If she does not speak to him, he should not frighten her, but should ask her the same thing again and again in a consolatory manner. If she does not then speak, he should urge her to give a reply. Because all girls hear everything said to them by men, but do not themselves sometimes say a single word. Whoa, go back. Wait, why? What'd I miss? I'm sorry, I was reading really quickly because I was actually not reading. I was going back. You guys ever do this? Where you read something and you're not actually reading it, you're going back and reanalyzing what you said previously. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was going back and my brain was stabbing itself, being like, why did you say those things? You suck. I love having a mind that works against me. Fake not knowing an answer. Oh, right. When she is asked by the man whether she wishes for him and whether she likes him, she should remain silent for a long time, and when at last importuned to reply, should give him a favorable answer by a nod of the head. If the man is previously acquainted with the girl, he should converse with her by means of a female. At last importuned to reply, should give him a favorable answer by nod of the head. If a man is previously acquainted with the girl, he should converse with her by means of a female friend, who may be favorable to him, and in the confidence of both, and carrying on the conversation from both sides. On such an occasion, the girl should smile with her head bent down, and if the female friend say more on her part than she was desired to do, then she should chide her in a dispute with her. The female friend should say in jest even what she is not desired to say by the girl, and add, She says so, on which the girl should say indistinctly and prettily, "Oh no, I did not say so." And then she should smile and throw an occasional glance towards the man. Why is this so scripted? Because it's a manual. How to woo a woman. Ivan said, "Tell me about Hawking radiation." Wait, I'm looking. Is that how I show that I like Ivan? Is if I know what that is? Hawking radiation is released outside of a black hole's event horizon due to quantum effects according to a model developed by Stephen Hawking. It's extremely faint and many orders of magnitude below the current best hopes. The black hole radiation thing? Yeah, we're looking at it. Here it is. Once electromagnetic radiation is inside the event horizon, it cannot escape. The book says you should only answer with a couple words. Okay. Few words. I'm capable of that. I just I don't know. This is too complex for that. Non-verbal stream? We could do that. We could shift to a non-verbal stream. That's my signature. When I get really overwhelmed, I just like fucking go non-verbal. Stop talking. What if I just sit here? What if I just sit here and I'm just like, Dom says, some Zen master said, "My life is one continuous mistake." Oh my god, too real. Wow, too real. Hey, but if you never make mistakes, then you never grow. And so, like, yeah, am I always making mistakes? Absolutely. But it means I'm always growing. You guys, if you knew me 5 years ago, the amount of improvements I made. Just saying. I know that I may be the social anxiety mess that I am now, but at least I'm talking to people. Previously, I didn't even talk to anybody. I just stayed with myself and just hated myself every day, all day. And I don't anymore. So that's good. Ivan said, I kind of had a positive view of the Kama Sutra based on pop products with pictures, but this book is absolutely horrible. Ivan is feeling passion about the book. Good. If this stream helps it ignite some passion within you, then that's exactly what I want. That is exactly what the purpose of the stream is for. I love that. If you don't do anything, you can't do anything wrong. Oh my god, literally. Where's the fun in that? Yeah. So, and when you spend years upon years not doing anything, and then all of a sudden you decide to do everything, it feels like your life is one continuous mistake. Like you're just constantly fucking all the time. And yeah, it sucks, but you really need to look at yourself on a scale of relativity. I don't know what the fuck that meant, but you need to look back. You need to only compare yourself to yourself in the past. If you don't sin, Jesus dies for nothing. That's an interesting take. I should tell that to my parents, see what they think. I still kind of don't get why Jesus said, "I'm going to die for your sins." I don't get it that much either, because, like, why do our personal actions matter in that case? Because I know that Lucifer, what he wanted was he wanted people to just have no choice and just immediately go to heaven. And some Christians, they kind of believe that. Like, as long as you believe in Jesus, you're going to automatically go to heaven. Mormons believe that as well. Kind of. They believe that you'll go directly to heaven. Everybody who's here on this earth will likely go to heaven. Doesn't matter if you're a Mormon. Doesn't matter if you are... I mean, even I asked my teacher, I was like, what about like Hitler, you know? Is he going to heaven? And my teacher said yes. The lower heaven. There's three different heavens. There's the celestial kingdom, the terrestrial kingdom, and the telestial kingdom. He would be going to the telestial kingdom. Jeffrey Dahmer is the classic case. Oh yeah. So he would go. Oh, he was converted in... Oh, I didn't know that information. Ooh. I don't think that absolves him of his sins. Oh, that guy is... Ooh. Yeah, so congratulations. Even the atheists. Yeah, I have good news for you. You guys are going to Mormon heaven. You're not going to the highest level of Mormon heaven, which is where I'm going. Because I was baptized. But I'm not going to the highest level. There's three different ones. I'm going to the top one, but not the top level of the top one. When you get baptized, it automatically gets you into the celestial kingdom. But then in order to get to the third highest level of the celestial kingdom, you have to get married in the temple. Can we visit you in the higher level heaven? No, so it's my understanding that only the higher level people can come. They can go where they please. You can only visit levels below you. That's my understanding. And then Jesus will sometimes come by. He'll swing by and visit the different realms as well. Like go to a restaurant. Yeah, so the terrestrial kingdom will be kind of just like Earth, except like the most ideal version of Earth. The telestial kingdom, I think, the telestial is about stars, right? The brightness of a star. So that's how much grace and godliness you get from that. The terrestrial kingdom is planets, which supposedly have more light. Sure, we'll say they do. And then the top level is the sun. The celestial kingdom is the sun. And that's where you get the full brilliance and radiance of God. Hi, Chunky Bits. Oh my gosh. How are you doing, my friend? The elevator up has key card access only. Yeah. So we get a Utopia Earth. Yeah, I know. It's good. It's gonna be pretty good for the... Honestly, it's gonna be pretty good for everyone. But like the celestial kingdom is going to be full of bliss and happiness. That being said, like the external world that's provided will be good, but like you will be there with like the worst of the worst people. So just keep that in mind. Hell is other people, right? So I don't know if the external situation is good. I don't think that matters if you're there with people who make it hell. Yeah, and then you can also get converted in spirit prison as well. But I mentioned this before, where it's like, if I go to Mormon spirit prison and the Mormon missionaries come by, yeah, I'm going to be converted to Mormonism. Why would I at that point, after I've died already and gone to Mormon spirit prison, why would I think, oh yeah, okay, now I'm going to be a Buddhist? No. I'm going to be a Mormon. Anyway. I think about that sometimes. I know that I mentioned it at least once a stream, but Uh, Sometimes I don't sit down with that. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I came from that. And have I really unpacked everything from that? I don't know if I have. And like, oh wow, that was a lot. That was like most of my life. Ivan said, a few weeks ago we had a speaker at my humanist community that left Mormonism. The main catalyst was her actually reading the Book of Mormon. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Actually reading it. Oh no. Isn't that... I have read the Book of Mormon many times. But you know what? I could understand that. So what you probably mean is like reading it critically, right? The way that you're kind of encouraged to read it is you're encouraged to read it as fast as possible. It's about numbers. Like, because there's challenges you can do, like how fast can you read certain verses, or like how many verses can you memorize. So a lot of it accesses that part of learning where it's just the parroting, just the memorization. There's no understanding of the deeper meaning and material. So when I was reading it, I was literally just glossing over it. I was doing it as a hobby, not even a hobby, like a chore, something I had to do. I wasn't like reflecting as I was reading the verses. I wasn't reflecting on my own life and being like, oh, that's why they wrote this parable. This is how this parable makes me a better person. Wasn't doing any of that. Because, critical thinking is not something that's encouraged. Because that's going to make you leave. That's going to make you go away. That's going to make you seek out other churches, other ways of knowing, other bits of knowledge. And that's bad. That's really bad. But the thing is, you guys, I've said this before. If your foundations of your religion are strong enough, then what you should be doing is sending people out and being like, go, look at all the other religions. We're right, so it doesn't matter. We're right. Ours is the truth. And so it shouldn't matter what other things you learn about. Because if this is really the ultimate truth, then you wouldn't even question it. Why would you question it? We need to bring back talking in parables. Hell yeah. No, there's so many good Buddhist parables as well that I really love. Yeah, just talking in stories in general. Telling stories. Yeah. Or like metaphors. Relating things to other things. Yeah. But like I've said before, like I know people in the Mormon church who have thought critically and it's made their faith stronger. And I'm like, good for you. Good. That's great. I would much prefer that for you than never having explored anything else and being afraid to explore other things. Because that's kind of how my close family is they're afraid to explore anything else because everything else is wrong. It's wrong. It's just plain wrong. And they will seduce you. You'll be seduced if you even look at the other information. The devil will grab hold of you. Tom says, I guess the other religions come from demons. They could trick you. Okay, fair. Okay, fair. I think that's probably the reasoning. Right. Because, you're right. Because what Satan did when he went to outer darkness is he took 1/3 of all of humanity, which became demons, and came with him. Yeah. But that just proves, you guys, that I didn't have any understanding of my own religion at all. I didn't have any understanding of my own. Oh God. Sometimes I think about it, you guys. Like, what would have happened if I never left? Like, how limited my... Again, I'm not saying this of everybody who's religious. That's not... I don't believe that. But what I'm saying is, people like me who were brought up just to mirror and just to take what was fed to them and reflect it and regurgitate it back without having any sense of understanding of anything. What a life. What a life that was. Ooh. Dom says, I heard a Christian say once that meditating is clearing your mind for demons to come in. What? Oh, that's interesting. You need to have your mind be agitated. Does that mean that men are weak? Men's minds are weak and prone to that? I mean, the natural man is an enemy to God. It's like a Mormon quote. So, do your parents think you're getting tricked by a demon? You know, it's been a while since I've sat down with them. It's honestly too difficult to have a I haven't had a conversation with my parents about religion for probably like more than 5 years. And again, there's no possibility of that happening in a way that's constructive at all. Because what will happen if I even approach the subject is my mom will immediately break down into tears. My dad will immediately clam up and he won't talk. He'll just be like stone, firm stone, and just like super blunt answers every time. They're like cutting through you like a knife. And both of them will be incapable of reasoning. The Rock. Yeah, he'll become the Rock. Because it's so tied to who they are and their emotions. Their every single piece of meaning that they could ever have is woven into them, and it will never be separated. So it's not worth it. I've been tempted before. I've been tempted to, and I've delved into it a little bit. Like first of all, my mom didn't even ask me. My parents didn't even ask me about my Vipassana. They don't care. And when I started talking to my mom about it, she was so uninterested. Because it's just, yeah. Hi, Orange. Did I say hi to you already? Hi. Stone dad sounds scary. Yeah, my dad made us stone. He can get pretty scary. Scary, he doesn't like yell or anything. I've never had a parent who yells, but it's like he shuts off. It's like there's nobody there. And what he says is the one thing that will make you feel the absolute worst about yourself. Just woke up. How's things going? Things are going great. We're talking about Mormonism. We're also reading the Kama Sutra. Oh my gosh, ravens and roses. Hello. Welcome. Am I a writer, and what are my passions? I would like to think of myself as a writer. I am in the reading and writing category. We're in the reading and writing category because we're reading the Kama Sutra. I am writing a book. It's a concept of a book. We've started writing some of it, but I haven't really fleshed out the plot. It's going to be a dark romance, like an erotic thriller type of book. So that's fun. What about you? Are you a writer? What kinds of stuff do you like writing about? But my passions lie in questioning everything and thinking about everything And then thinking about it again twice. And sometimes 3 times. And understanding the nature of human beings and why we do things. And what better medium than myself introspecting. Luther said, you're probably mentioned before, but how old are you? I'm 28. Yeah, I'm 28. I already have so much white hair though. You see this? And it's not gray hair, it's white hair. So I think it's not due to aging. I think it's just due to some sort of genetic or like cellular damage of some kind. Never show Marissa a stream to her parents. She'll be grounded for months. Brother. Oh my god, if my parents saw my stream. I think they would just be heartbroken, if anything. They would be like, what on earth happened to our daughter? They would just be like, because I'm kind of going against everything that they would have wanted for me. So that's great. Raven said the Kama Sutra is written by a monk who practiced celibacy. No, really? Oh my god, this bit of lore is fantastic. Wait, is Ivan still here? Oh my god, I hope Ivan's still here. If not, I'm gonna tell him. It makes so much sense now. Oh, this makes so much more sense. I really needed that today. Because we were reading it and we're like, this is bad. It's a manual for sex, right? But and somebody even said, they're like, this seems like it was written by somebody who doesn't even know how sex works. Yay, Ivan's here. Oh, I'm so glad. It's absolutely brutal and none of it should be taken as advice. Yeah. Yeah, it's but I think it does, it's fun to read in the sense that it shows, because I'm sure a lot of people read this and were influenced by it. And so, like, generations of people were probably influenced by this book. I mean, the fact that we know what the Kama Sutra is today, we associate it with the images and the diagrams. That's besides the point. But even that fact shows that this probably had a very big impact on how people think about sex. And that's a shame. But it can help us understand, like, where some of these ideas came from. Hi, sweetie. Toby's here. Hold on, wait. Here she is. Hi, sweetie. Oh my goodness, I love you so much. Will you give me a kiss? Don't stick your butthole in the camera. Come over here. You want to come sit on my lap? Come sit on my lap, please, please. No. Oh. There she goes. Tragic. People read this made up. No, I'm sure a lot of people read it and took it seriously. I mean, I've been trying to take it seriously. Luther said, almost the same age as me. Same boat as me with the parents. Oh, I'm glad you understand. Yeah, it's difficult, man. Because, like, I want to be closer to my parents. I do. And my parents want to be closer to me. But my parents don't understand what that requires. They're not willing to do the step that's required, which is loving me for who I am. The bare minimum. Crazy concept, I know. I'm happy to love my parents as who they are. You want to be Mormon? Fine. I don't care. Just don't try and convert me. because that, that's encroaching on myself, on my space. But they don't want to do that. And so it's kind of interesting because we have these like back and forth where they'll be like, why aren't you closer with us? These people, they're close with their children. Why aren't you this way with us? And it's like, okay, you don't get it. We're not the same. So there needs to be some level of compromise here. And I've made a lot of compromises, Raven said, yeah, meditation is reading or writing is a super intimate practice. That's why all the book clubs don't make any sense sometimes. Yeah. Orange says, do they realize you've already gone to the dark side? Yeah, they've known that for a while. Yeah, when I went to college was when I first started to leave. And at that point, they were convinced they could bring me back. But like, there was a moment I distinctly remember where we went on a cruise together as a family. And it was my parents' last attempt to get everybody back on their side. Because I had left, my brother had left, and then my sibling was in the process of leaving. And, they associated my brother and sibling leaving with me leaving. It's because of me. And that was when they came forward and kind of mentioned that. Like, why? Why would you bring him away? And we had a very intense emotional conversation. And I remember saying, I basically said, I was like, look, I could be doing so many worse things than what I'm doing now. Like, you realize I'm here. I'm traveling with you. We're together. I want to spend time with you. I want to love you. You realize how many people, their children, they want nothing to do with them. I want to have a relationship with you. And I'm trying my best. And you should be proud because we all have, we're all going to school. We're doing really well in school. We're having good careers. We're having good partners that treat us well. Like, what more could you want? But anyway, it's still kind of the thing where it's like, nothing I do is ever going to be enough. But yeah, I've made peace with that. I've made peace with that, and that's fine. Like, my relationship with my family, my parents, I'm okay if we don't have a close relationship. What I don't like is when they come to me and say, oh, why don't you have a close relationship with us? I don't understand. Don't you love us? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, you're not doing the work here. Luther says, my mom cries over any kind of honest conversation I try to have. Yes, I know what that's like. And you just say one thing and it's like you can't even, and they'll just start crying. I don't know if your mom does this, but like my mom will just go to her room and she'll just cut herself off for the rest of the day. The thing is when she starts crying, it signals like emotional unavailability. Like, we're done for the rest of the day and perhaps even the rest of the week. Like, you will not be receiving any sort of motherly love and care. And so you don't want to get her to that point, right? But when you like, you start out with the first sentence and she's already crying, then there's no conversation that can be had, there's too much fear. It's the fear. It's the, like, I wish more people would be willing to suffer through that. I know it's really intense and it's really difficult to have these type of conversations, but you can't run away from them. When you run away from them, you just create so much suffering for yourself over like such a long span of time. I would much rather have one really intense, really emotional, really like hard conversation for 2 hours than have a shaky relationship for years. You know? But that's just how it is. Most people, they'd rather have that long bullshit. I don't know why. Because people are afraid. Luther said, you might have missed this text, but keep in mind that this text was written 1800 years ago. It's not the sex manual, but rather a treatise of the intimate aspect of Hindu mythology, along with how people thought at that time. Oh, yes. Yes, and I acknowledge that. And again, I'm trying to approach this as like a historical artifact. I sometimes agree with... No, I agree. Raven said, this book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself, it will help a lot with all that. I recommend it a lot. Thank you for the recommendation. Here, I'm gonna save it. I'll bookmark it. And maybe I make it sound like I'm not fine. I'm fine, you guys. I just like talking about it because if there's a chance that anybody else has gone through what I've gone through, then hopefully it'll at least feel validating for them. But it really isn't something I think about that often because it's not, you know, it doesn't bother me that much. Luther said, Mom, I want a tattoo. Silent tears. Mom, I want to study in France. Silent tears. I'm gonna have a sandwich for dinner. Silent tears. The last one's a joke. So a lot of what he writes is just a collection of what the fella heard from other people. Women from eastern states like 3 fingers? Better write that down. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, I still find it interesting. I'm gonna keep reading for sure. I'm not gonna throw the whole book in the garbage. I've only done that a few times. I did that with one book. It was the I forget what it was now. Yeah, I've only done it with like 1 or 2 books. Raven said, a book called Drama Free, you can find it on Amazon, is also good. Thank you. I've said, ancient wisdom, what a load of bollocks. Well, Ivan, don't you agree that studying history is important? Don't you agree that understanding where we came from is important, and like even if something is flawed, like understanding how it came to be. For example, okay, let's do a present modern day example. The issue of politics in America. How there's 2 sides, right? There's Democrat and Republican. A lot of people on one side will outright refuse to even read or acknowledge anything from the other side. Like, no, I hate it. It'll poison my brain with its falsehood and its, you know. And that may be true. Like, oh, like a Democrat will be like, no, I'll never watch Fox News. It's just a cesspool of misinformation. While that may be true, I do like going out and venturing into those places. Like, I'll watch a little Fox News. I'll watch a little, fucking Ben Shapiro. But I do it because it tells me something. It tells me information. Like, people that are talking and thousands of people are being influenced by that. I want to understand why. Why are people listening to this? If it's... So anyway, that's like my... I don't know if that makes sense. Like, why do we read things that are absolute bollocks and absolute trash? Or like lies or whatever. Because a lot of people believe it. And in order to stop people from believing it in the future, or for something similar to happen in the future, I think it's important to understand why people believe it. I've said one of my Facebook friends posted a link that said, "The Bible is 100% true." I resisted responding. But what percent true is it? 2%? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Nothing is 100%. Well, okay, don't take that at face value. What I mean is, that's impossible that the Bible would be 100% true. I think I would believe somebody a lot more if somebody said, the Bible is 95% true. I would trust that person a lot more. Because it signals to me that they acknowledge that it's not a perfect, that nothing's perfect. But I guess if it comes from God, then it would be perfect. Oh, okay. Well, the Bible was written by humans, which allows for human error, right? So, there would be errors. Even if it came directly from God. Whatever came directly from God, yeah, sure, it could have been perfect. But when it was written down by humans, I bet there were some errors in there. Ivan said, when philosophy is read, we should always point out the errors. My old philosophy group would read Plato and not point out the errors. Drove me crazy. I would keep quiet for a while before letting rip. I would just hold on to the zingers he would throw out. I love that. No, it's important to approach things critically. That's what critical thinking's all about, right? You're being critical. At least that's my understanding of what it is. My understanding is like looking for the ways in which it's not 100% perfect. Because nothing is. Raven said, the new Bible is AI and TikTok for the new generations. So dangerous. It is dangerous. Yeah, AI and TikTok are definitely dangerous. I'm glad I don't have TikTok, man. No, thank you. Luther said, yeah, that's just Orientalism. They're just interesting books from a bygone era. I think I agree with Luther on this one. Yeah. Attitudes towards sex from 2,000 years ago is actually an excellent find from the anthropological standpoint. Yeah. I've said they are read because people have been told the ancient writers were wise, and they think reading their ancient words will somehow make them wise. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I guess, if you think about it this way, like, I understand how, maybe this is your perspective of, like, why should we give this any attention? Because it perpetuates it, right? The knowledge. The more attention you give to it, the more it gets spread. But what I would say is that people are gleaning things from this anyway, you know? People are going to keep reading it anyway. So why not read it, like, critically, so that when you do encounter those people who have, like, you know what I'm saying? It makes you more credible, because, like, if somebody comes at you with this, you could say, oh, I've read this, and here's why it's wrong. I don't know what I'm saying. I had a strong argument built, but then I lost it halfway through. Riff Life said, Ivan's Facebook friends, just trying to rage bait him. Ivan, you need to get friends that don't rage bait you. Unless you like that. If you like that, then I can understand. What are the true parts of the Bible? That Jerusalem exists? That's like the true parts of Harry Potter. King's Cross Station actually exists. Yeah. True is... I think what that person probably meant by true is a very subjective thing. And I think what you're talking about is objective truth. usually people are not thinking in terms of objective truth. At least that's my understanding. I feel like most people in the world, they navigate the world based on subjective truths. You know what I mean? So I like, okay, for example, one subjective truth that comes from the Bible is you should be a good person. Something like that. Like one of Jesus's teachings. Usually when they say like this church is true or these teachings are true, they're talking about the teachings of Jesus and how they're important and morally correct. Refly said, Ivan's Facebook friends. I bet this will make him lean forward and make him look from left to right. Oh my god. Dom says, Jesus had some bangers. Yeah. Well, Dom, and this is what I like too about Goenka. I don't know if you remember at all with like any of his lectures, but he had a lot of respect for Jesus. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he mentioned Jesus a few times, like saying, yeah, he was a genuinely good person and he did good for humanity. And that's true. And so maybe Jesus was connected to the same source of God that I believe in, something like that. Buddhists are often tend to be very lax about like, it doesn't really matter as much how you get there. It just matters that you are connected to the source. So if somebody's connected to the source and they call it Christianity, that's fine. As long as you're connected to the source. As long as you found the truth. Ivan said, this one will make him crack his knuckles and start typing furiously. Well, Ivan, I don't want to make you upset. It's never my intention to make you upset. But you have mentioned to me before that you don't like it whenever people agree with everything you say. So I kept that in mind. Fundamentalists believe it is all 100% true. Yeah, well, that's kind of silly. I mean, because like there are parables which Jesus literally probably told people, hey, this didn't actually happen. It's a parable. It's meant to be taken as it's something to help you, right? But not literally. Like what is it? Daniel and the lion's den. Isn't that a parable? I'm not sure. The parable of the three talents. Luther says, I'm of the opinion that Jesus probably existed. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think he was probably a really great person. I don't know much more than that. Ivan said the consequence was the Dark Ages. You can make me upset. Stand your ground. Yeah, I'm trying to do that, Ivan. I'm trying to do that. It's hard sometimes, though, because I want to stand my ground, but I also don't want to scare people away, you know? Because I like you. Does it mean anything this time when I say it? I've been trying... This whole stream, I've been circling in my mind. How do I convince Ivan that I like him? How do I convince... And I come up with fucking blanks every time. Debate. No. Is that really the only way? Oh, no. I don't know if I can do that. Refly said, Chatter's in Marissa's stream. This one will make her squeak her chair. Okay. Wow. Refly is just really skilled in the art of perception. He is funny, though. Yeah, Luther, he's funny. Funny guy. Raven said, the Bhagavad Gita. Oh, we read the Bhagavad Gita as well, Raven. Sorry, Ravens. is 100% true also, but if you have to practice all that to prove it for yourself, like Kama Sutra, Jesus was a monk. Well, that's kind of what Goenka thought, was that Jesus was just another monk. And it was possible that he was an arahant, like an enlightened person. Which I think is cool. Stream together debate. No, I would crumble right away. Hi, Creative One. May your shadow. Yes, today's my shadow self. You know why? Because when I opened OBS today, let me show you what happened. Oh, it's not doing it. Okay, that's actually freaky. The fact it's not doing it. When I opened OBS, my video capture device... Oh, here's what it was. Oh, that still didn't work. There was a shadow, like a really creepy shadow, because my camera wasn't open. And it looked like my shadow self in Vista. Yeah. How do you know if I'm lying? Oh no, do you think I have body language that tells people I'm lying? I don't lie. I'm actually really bad at lying. It's funny actually. You can immediately tell. Okay, there's gonna be an ad. Sorry. It's gonna be an ad. Let's take a break for 3 minutes. Go stretch. Go get some water. Yeah, we'll be right back. See ya. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. We could either do two things. We could keep reading, or we could discuss something else that I wanted to discuss that's related to the self and philosophy. I'm not sure. I realize that I'm in the reading and writing category, so I should probably read. We're almost done with this chapter, and then we can talk about the other philosophical thought I had on my mind. Okay. If the girl is familiar with the man, she should place near him, without saying anything, the tambula, the ointment or the garland that he may have asked for, or she may tie them up in his upper garment. When she is engaged in this, the man should touch her young breasts in the sounding way of pressing with the nails, and if she prevents him doing this, he should say to her, I will not do it again if you will embrace me, and should in this way cause her to embrace him. Right. Okay. Philosophical thought? I thought that was me. No. Okay, we're almost done. While he's being embraced by her, he should pass his hand repeatedly over and about her body. By and by, he should place her in his lap and try more and more to gain her consent. And if she will not yield to him, he should frighten her by saying, I shall impress marks of my teeth and nails. Okay. I am reaching a point where this is making me upset. He should frighten her by saying, I shall impress marks of my teeth and nails on your lips and breasts, and then make similar marks on my own body, and shall tell my friends that you did them. What will you say then? In this and other ways, as fear and confidence are created in the minds of children, so the man should gain her over to his wishes. Okay. That's a problematic paragraph. But I'm not just being biased by my chat. That's what I really think. On the second and third nights, after her confidence has increased still more, he should feel the whole of her body with his hands, and kiss her all over. He should also place his hand upon her thighs and I thought we were reading about how to increase the confidence of a woman, like how to have a strong, confident woman. This is nothing like what I thought it was going to be. So he should place his hands upon her thighs and shampoo them. And if he succeed in this, he should then shampoo the joints of her thighs. If she tries to prevent him doing this, he should say to her, what harm is there in doing it? Well, she's a... What harm is there in doing it? And should persuade her to let him do it. After gaining this point, he should touch... Okay, I'm not gonna read this. A man acting according to the inclinations of a girl should try and gain her over so that she may love him and place her confidence in him. A man does not succeed either by implicitly following the inclination of a girl or by wholly opposing her, and should therefore adopt a middle course. He who knows how to make himself beloved by women, as well as to increase their honor and create confidence in them, this man becomes an object of their love. See, this is all written from like a male perspective, though. It's not talking at all about like a woman's perspective. But he who neglects a girl thinking she is too bashful is despised by her as a beast, ignorant of the working of the female mind. Moreover, a girl forcibly enjoyed by one who does not understand the heart of girls becomes nervous, uneasy, and dejected, and suddenly begins to hate the man who has taken advantage of her. And then, when her love is not understood or returned, she sinks into despondency and becomes either a hater of mankind altogether, she becomes a nihilist, or hating her own man, she has recourse to other men. Okay. By the way, I made that comment because I caught my husband watching Rick and Morty. Don't even get me started on that show. Don't even get me started on that show. It really pisses me off. Do we have any Rick and Morty enjoyers in the chat? I am not an enjoyer. In fact, I'm a hater. I've said it's almost as if she should have been given a choice. I don't think that happened. Yeah. And then, so I sat and I watched the episode of Rick and Morty with my husband, because I was like, oh, okay. It's definitely grabbing my attention. Definitely grabs your attention. It's very, like, and then we finished the episode, and I just kind of sat there, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I spent that much time on this. I saw 1 or 2 episodes, not too dark for my taste. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. It's just being dark for dark's sake, like nihilistic for just nihilism's sake. There's no, like, moral of the story. There's no. It's not that I require a happy ending. I don't. I'm fine if I watched a horror movie the other day, and I really enjoyed it. It was sorry to spoil it. Horror movies don't usually have a happy ending, but I watched the Obsession, and that didn't have a happy ending, but I liked it because it had something to say. And I feel like Rick and Morty has nothing to say. It's just the thing that it wants to say is life sucks, and then you die. It's like, okay, thanks. That's not adding anything to anything. It's not adding any meaning to anything. Anyway, sorry, that's my opinion. I'm sorry if I'm ripping into your favorite show, if anybody likes it. The Kama Sutra requires a happy ending. Hopefully. Chunky has never seen it. It's okay, you don't need to. I think you'll be okay with having never seen it. For the man, anyway. Well, yeah. I thought about, like, doing a stream on this type of topic, but then again, where's my expertise? I thought about going. I have a friend who used to work for Planned Parenthood as, like, a sex educator. I thought about going and, like, volunteering with them, and then that would give me credibility to talk about sex. But then I realized that Planned Parenthood, what they mean by sex education is probably just like, here's what a condom is, here's what a pill is, a birth control pill, etc. So it's not actually the kind of conversations I'm wanting to have. The kind of conversations I'm wanting to have is how to please a woman. I don't know if Twitch is ready for that. I don't think I can actually talk about that on stream. That would probably be pushing the boundaries a bit too far, if we're gonna be honest. But I thought about it. I had a long time where I was thinking about it. I thought I had more tea. Oh. I heated up the water and then I never added the water, I think. Ivan has seen more extreme streams than that. Really? Okay, that gives me hope. What kind of streams are you going to, Ivan? No, I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. No, I think I have. It usually tends to be the ASMR streams. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, you're right. I'm just afraid, I guess. I'm afraid that people will judge me. I know, crazy, right? I am. I do actually have that sense of like, oh, there's certain things I probably shouldn't talk about because people will probably judge me for that. And, like, I feel like sex is the final frontier. That would, yeah. That's the one topic where I really have struggled with for a long time. Dom says, Kama Sutra 2 isn't going to write itself. You know what? Yeah. I'd want to do it in a way that's not just, like, for shock value. I want to do it in an intentional way, and where there's, yeah, like Ivan's saying, research, where it's like well researched. I mean, obviously what I like to do is I like to give anecdotal stories and evidence. But I could make it even more credible if I added like some real research and stuff. Luther said, I'll write a sequel. But usually when people are thinking about like how to please a woman, they're always thinking about the exact same book. It's always the exact same book, and it's Come As You Are. Everybody recommends that book, and I that's fine. It's a great book. I listened to it. I didn't think it was that spectacular, but a lot of people think it's spectacular, and it'll change their life. So that's like the common. Ivan's never heard of it? Ivan. Hold on. This is like the quintessential book on women and pleasure. That's credible. It's credible. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's got a vagina on the cover, I think. Yeah. Here. Well, not a real one, but you know. Wait. Hold on. Switch. Okay, making sure Amazon's not doxing me, because it loves to do that. Okay, it's not doxing me. For much of the 20th and 21st centuries, women's sexuality was an uncharted territory. Yeah, so this is very science-based. She has a PhD, so you know it's credible. No, I'm just kidding. No, but she collects evidence from the field. It's like a state of the field. And also you know that, oh no, it doxed. I live in North America. Well, I guess I'm okay with you knowing that. Count your days. Maybe I need to just listen. I need to read it again, because when I listened to it, everybody recommended it to me. I wasn't that impressed. But again, that's me. I've heard from countless people. Every single time I mention it, even to my doctor, like, I'll say, hey, do you have any recommendations on women? Women and sex. And this is what everybody says. Luther said, thanks for the positive company. My mood is normal now. Oh, I'm glad. I'm sorry that it was stressful earlier. Oh, that's really nice to hear. I think maybe it's because this is a very clinical approach, a very like scientific, clinical. It's not like a. Well, anyway, this is why I would dedicate an entire stream to it. Because it's kind of like that idea of you can only read so much. You can only gain so much information and knowledge before you have to actually have real experience. Real experience. Which gives you like the last piece of knowledge that you need to tie it all together. And so this book gives you the knowledge, for sure. But it's not a manual for like what experiences should you have, right? To add to your knowledge. And then that's where I would come in. It's not your usual women from Eastern states like Three Fingers kind of book. No. It talks a lot about anatomy, if is what I'm remembering. Yeah, very anatomical. Anyway, Okay, well, we finished that lovely chapter on creating confidence in the girl. Chapter 3 is on courtship and the manifestation of feelings. I don't know if I'm feeling it, to be honest. There's part 4, which is about a wife, and I think this is more women-centered. Chapter 1 is on the manner of living of a virtuous woman and of her behavior during the absence of her husband. How should she behave when her husband's gone? Okay. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more chapters. I think for today we might conclude. Yeah, just a short little stream. Thank you guys for being here. As usual. I know that I'm a lot. The philosophical concept I was gonna bring up just briefly was I had something on my Discord. I meant it to be very poetic. No, not poetic. Philosophical. And what it is you don't love me, you love the idea of me. I thought that's profound recently. How, every interaction we have with other people is kind of, there's like a degree of separation. So, I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, sending love to you guys as much as a parasocial person can give you love. And I'll see you next time. Yeah. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you. See ya.